My internal world has been quite turbulent recently, and I'm going through extremes of anxiety, sometimes almost mania, sometimes just complete exhaustion and distress, etc., etc. And I have a diagnosis now, which is helpful. But
which is that? What did you say?
I have a diagnosis now,
Oh.
which is helpful to kind of explain that. But I think
I have a diagnosis too.
Yeah, my outer world feels quite unmanageable in the sense that I don't seem to be able to maintain any kind of routine for myself, and I've been
Okay.
just trying to eat well.
Do you want my diagnosis?
No. I'm not sure a diagnosis is that helpful.
You're talking to me. What?
Do you want to know what I want from you?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. Well, I would really love you to help me find that place of stillness that is always there, regardless of what is going on in my day-to-day life and what is going on in my internal world.
Brilliant. Excellent. That's a very good question. Let's do it.
Yeah, great.
Because,
thanks.
if it exists at all, yes, if that place exists at all, it must be real, therefore permanent, present. See, it must be now as we're speaking. So we are now missing it by putting our attention somewhere else. So then what happens to us is that we habitually look for it outside, even if it's in our minds. Our minds are already outside. The mental constructions are objects of in consciousness. They have name and form. So therefore, the place we're looking for, that peace, has no name and form. You cannot talk about it, but you can feel it. And it's yourself. It's like the very core of you, where nothing reaches. You understand? Yes, that's very beautiful. Okay.
There's I guess a lack of confidence that it's there.
Yes, of course, because it's like everything, if you wanted to learn to ride, a motorcycle, at the beginning it's very awkward. It's huge, heavy, hot, unpredictable, and then if you want to have confidence, you need to ride it quite a lot until you feel it's part of you. And the same happens with the self. You need to find that place of effortless meditation inside of you. And that's about satsang, you see, for us to find that place inside of us. So which operates in a way that transforms gradually your way of thinking. And you start understanding that, and here we come to the diagnosis I had for you. Yes. If I could call it something you have, you are alive, That's my
natural
diagnosis.
aspect of
Absolutely.
this manifest state.
It's human being, we're human beings. We have a very complex machinery. It's wonderful if you can see it a little bit from more of a safe place. You just need to find a safe place to look at yourself and see that consciousness and the belief systems and the parallel realities that we are constructing, and they're happening in ourselves, they're fascinating. So long as you feel not in risk, like you like to go and watch a movie of danger, but you're nice and cozy in your sofa, you wouldn't like to go and participate in, in that kind of thing. So the same happens with these. You understand, you start looking at all the phenomena aspect of your humanity, our humanity. And once we found this place that you are aware of now, and I wait for you to say yes or no. Yes? Can I ask you? Just like this, no words. No words, no words.
If I stop and question too long, I miss it. But now.
Or no. Is there in you a place of quietness?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Effortlessly, yeah? Are you doing anything for it to be
No,
quiet.
I have to stop doing, when I don't have to stop doing everything, but
Well, no, that's not.
when the noise subsides, I can notice it.
Yeah, you will come up with all sort of theories about what you think
Uh-huh.
to do about it, you see. But in truth, you don't have to do anything. You just have to see that this is never going, that this is always here. All you need to do is to check out that safety is here. So then you can celebrate more your humanity and have more compassion for your friend, for yourself, and for your limitations as human, rather than being in conflict with it. You see?
Yeah.
But you gain this space. You see, you gain this space. Sorry, this is um, you gain this space by introspection, by becoming confident, until a point that you just stop referring to yourself as you used to refer to yourself. You don't follow the story of you anymore because you don't need it, and you don't follow any story as a matter of fact because you don't need them. And then you're free from stories of your mind, and then your mind without stories becomes quiet, and it reveals and it gives you presence in which you understand the nature of phenomena. Only from the quietness come, you see. And many questions you used to have get answered, and is designed in a way that we understand things, particularly when we don't need to understand them anymore. You see?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because yes, so life is that school. You see, that is school that is bringing us this phenomena and this beauty, and from there, we can actually look at the complexity of the whole experience of being alive, and then you find peace, and then you don't follow to any common threads, because we are threatened by everything, you know. Everything is like the universe is apparently trying to destroy us, you know, and the whole thing is wrong. You know, if you don't make a huge effort, you don't survive. That's the mentality. So there is no fluid, beautiful relationship between you and nature, between you and the universe. You see, there is no connection in that. You think things are mistakes, you know, things are out of control. You need to sort them out. You have no sense of understanding oneness in your life when you don't have this awareness of yourself. You see, so you live like a dislocated life. Kind of, you're cut off from reality, and you call that reality. That's the funny thing. And when you find reality, then you understand that what you used to call unreal was real, because you used to kind of think about the self and the peace and the truth, and it all sounds a little bit kind of fantasy. But once you find it, you realize there's no fantasy. You say, hang on a minute, this is true. This is true, and it's here. And it's here, and again, it is here. And again, it is here. You see? Until you don't need to check anymore because you're confident. Like you know, when you're confident that your dog is at your side, you don't need to turn to see if it's behind. It's there. You know. So you understand that inside of you, you know, you're carrying the light that can eliminate any shadow in your mind. Whatever comes up, whatever you locked in, whatever you can look at it from light, and then that happens that it dissolves by itself. And this takes practice. This is why we're trying to offer as much as satsang as possible for you to have this experience as much as you can, because I know in my heart that the more you have them, the more chances you have that you integrate that and it transform your way of thinking about yourself and about others and about the planet and about your environment and about your needs. You see what I mean? Yeah. So then, of course, everything can be reduced to a diagnosis, you know. Everything. You can look at anything, and you can even categorize the wind, if you like, and call it this or that, or the clouds. People now categorize the clouds. But you also can not do it, you know, because that's the other option. So you don't do that anymore to yourself. You don't put diagnosis to yourself. You're the self. You're free. You're pure. Your consciousness, and you have no name. You know, you don't have any age, and you're manifesting, and you're just aware of yourself. And you know you're not going anywhere in particular. You don't need anything, and so you're quite happy because your day is full with little things. And sometimes you get, bad days. Sometimes you get tricks of the memory coming around to play a game in front of your screen. And conflicts and pains that they come back to see if they can purify themselves in front of your light, because they also want to be free. They also want to become free. See? All your past wants to become free from you. Can you imagine? And you can allow that by simply purifying with your light, without preferences, without rejection, and without desire to achieve it. Just witness it from peace. And understand that that's your past, and that's your pain, and that's what made you who you are. And then that's the real meaning of communion. That's the real meaning of communion, because you finally come to terms with yourself, because in a way you are, that's the core of you, but you're free from it as well. You see? I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Thank you. We have many other questions, so I have to go now.
Okay.
Namaste. Come back if you need.